Hi guys, welcome to the 100 Generations Challenge. This is the starter home speed build. Recently I went online to look up and see if there was any sort of challenges that were based on the 100 Generations, and it looks like there's a challenge called the Legacy Challenge that is very similar to what I'm doing, but I'm not going to be following those rules as closely. I kind of want to do my own thing. So again, the rules are for the 100 Generations Challenge, like I was saying in the Create a Sim part, that I'm not going to be using any cheats except for like move objects. No relationship cheats, no money cheats, no mood cheats. So as you can see, we're starting on a relatively small lot. I actually thought it was the whole area of green, but it's actually two really tiny lots. And so I was a little bit caught off guard with that, but I'm going to kind of make do with what we have. It might mean that I have to, sacrifice some lawn area, but I'm okay with that. So I wanted to start off with the bedrooms in the back of the house. So I started with doing the master bedroom in the middle, the bigger room. But as I was looking at it, I realized that I wouldn't be able to have a master bathroom attached to it without sacrificing some hallway area. So I actually scoot the master bedroom over to the left side, or the right side of the screen. And then I put the bathrooms on either side of the house, the main/kid bathroom being on the left and the master bathroom being on the right. As a general rule, I never make bathrooms any smaller than 2 blocks wide. 3 blocks wide I think is perfect, but 2 is reasonable, and I just kind of went with that on the bathrooms. For the main foyer area, I really wanted to have like kind of an open area for entertaining and the kitchen and the hallway, but it looked really small and I was kind of having a hard time with figuring out where things were going to go with that. So I decided to move the bedrooms further back on the lot to make up for the lack of space inside the house. So I moved the bedrooms and the bathrooms, and the green area that's in the middle actually turns into the hallway that connects the rooms to the rest of the living spaces. And then as I was looking at it, I realized that this house is very unsymmetrical, but in a way that it looks like it was a mistake and not very good looking. So I actually moved the foyer entry area a little bit more to the left, and then the area to the right of the screen that is mostly grass actually turns into the kitchen area where my mouse is. Turns into the kitchen area, and I think that it actually turned out a whole lot better than what was planned. So added the kitchen, and I like how big the living spaces / hallway is at this point. Now I add the roofs to the house, and I like these roofs that have the angled top. I think they're very pretty, but I never make them any taller than the height of the walls, so actually I will make the roofs a little bit shorter. I couldn't decide which way I wanted the second roof to be, but I decided it would probably look better against the first roof. So I put it that way and scooted it all the way forward. And here I am going to lower the height of the roof to be even with the rest of the house, and I lowered the second roof to match the angle of the first roof, and that way I think it looks a little bit better than normal. I try not to have square houses or relatively boring shaped houses because they kind of make me seem uncreative. I don't think I'm very good at building houses, but hopefully with this Let's Play, I'll be better at doing what I want to do with houses. To be a little bit unique, I added those columns in front of those angled walls because the roofs I never have success with angled walls on roofs, and so I just wanted to make it look a little bit more realistic as far as why the roof went out as far as it did, and so that's why the columns are there. Sorry for this little bit of lag here. I think I was distracted, or I'm not sure. So yeah, I don't actually like archways. So I kind of make my own archways by sticking walls a little bit further in to different areas. I do this again with the kitchen. Because I think the archways in The Sims are actually a little bit too short for my liking. I would like kind of like just little pathways, I guess. And I feel like it's a little bit more open and friendly that way. So I decided to do that. And I wanted to have different floor types. So I decided to give the foyer entryway a tile. And I think I put that tile in the kitchen and the bathrooms as well. And I wasn't super happy with the way that it looked. I might change that in the future, but for now I thought it was okay. I actually do really like tile, and it was relatively inexpensive, so hopefully it looks okay. And then I wanted to do a wood flooring throughout the house, and I wanted it to be like a gray color, but after looking at it for a while when I was doing the house design, it looked a little bit too blue for my taste, and that might just have something to do with the fact that I didn't have any windows in the house or lights. And there's a reason why I don't have any windows or lights on inside the home yet. It has to do with this really weird cabinet glitch. So I'll explain that a little bit when I'm doing the kitchen. So I really like these windows from the Get Together expansion pack. I think they're beautiful. I love windows that have those separations between the glass panes like that. I feel it's very quaint and country-like, I guess. And they're just my favorite windows. So I'm doing the kitchen now. I always start with the kitchen. I don't really know why. It's my favorite place to start, I guess. Actually, when my husband and I were looking for houses, when we were looking into buying a house, I always would fall in love with the kitchens, and I'm like, I want this house, but only because of the kitchen. And the house that we're actually currently under contract with has a beautiful kitchen, but the rest of the house is beautiful as well, so that helps. Let's see. What am I doing? I don't know. Sometimes I get a little sidetracked when I'm decorating houses, because I'm always looking at different options there are for decorating. I think I wanted to stick with the same cabinets, and I don't really know why that cabinet is floating in the middle of the kitchen. I don't have move objects on. I don't know how I did that. I also really love the tall pantry-like cabinets. The only downside to them is often I will run into them where they're not the same color as the cabinets, and here I am trying to like fix that, but I couldn't find anything that looked any better than what I already had. So the cabinet glitch that I was talking about earlier is really strange. I discovered it when I was renovating a Sims house that was already in Willow Creek, and I just wanted to renovate and update it a little bit. And I changed the cabinets with the lights on, and they looked like cabinets look when the lights are off. And I couldn't figure out why they had been doing that. I deleted the cabinets, I deleted the lights, I deleted the windows, and nothing helped this cabinet weirdness. So the next time I built a house, I decided, well, maybe I won't put cabinets up until maybe I won't put lights up until I have the cabinets up. And so I did that, and it actually worked. Like, the cabinets were going to the correct color or the correct shade in regards to whether or not the lights were on. So I actually kept doing that, and I've had 100% success with that. So I don't know if anybody else has run into that issue, but it was really bothersome, and I'm glad that I figured out a solution. I know this kitchen looks really tiny, but I actually really like it. I think that kitchens that are small and cozy are quite fun. They're not my favorite, but I do think that they are usable and can feel very homey and warm. I'm sorry, I have something in my throat today. Let's see. Oh, I also wanted to have a little diversity with the cabinets. Sometimes I just go with the two main ones, the small ones and the regular ones. But I wanted to have an end cabinet there just to have a little bit of different texture and look to the kitchen. And see, I added the lights and the cabinets are not in a shade of weirdness. So then at this point, I think I add the fixtures to the bathroom. I kind of just went with the cheapest stuff for now, just put it in there for now because I'm trying to save as much money as possible because we don't have any money cheats available. And I wanted to be true to that as much as possible. And I added doors to this house. I actually did not go with my favorite door because this door that I'm using right now is actually cheaper than my favorite door, and so hopefully in the future I'll be able to change to my favorite door. My favorite door is the one that has the 2x3 rectangular panels, I guess you would call them, so it's like a very elongated dice pattern, I guess. And I always add lights to the center of the room if possible, because I hate it when I've gone into houses or apartments that don't have lights in the center of the ceiling or don't have lights in the ceiling at all. I actually lived in a place where the light that was in the ceiling was actually in the very far corner of the room, and so I thought that was completely pointless. So I like having lights in the center of the room. And then there I changed the wood flooring because I decided that it didn't look right, and putting in my favorite windows and putting in 3 windows just to be a little bit different, also so it can be centered. And yeah, that's the Sim starter home. I've actually uploaded this to the gallery, so if you want to do your own 100 generations challenge, or you just like the house, you can go ahead and put it in your Sims world if you want. It's under hashtag 100gen challenge, and hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy it. I think it'd actually be really fun if someone was playing along with me and doing the challenge along with me, but you guys can do whatever you want. The reason why I put 2 queen-size beds in this house is because I'm not sure how many Sims are going to be living here at any given time, so I figured I might as well just put 2 beds in for now and see what happens in the future. And I put some dressers in because those are relatively important if I want to change how a Sim appears. Granted, I probably didn't need 3 of them, but you know, I wanted it to make it look like it was actually a bedroom. And then I do the living room. I wasn't really 100% happy with the way that the living room was set up. I'm sure I'm going to do a little bit of adjusting in the future. Because I like I like TVs that go on walls, but I went with a TV that just sits on the little TV stand. And I think I add a office type desk with a computer in the hallway because there really wasn't anywhere else to put it besides a bedroom, and I kind of wanted it to be open for everyone to use. And then I put wall color up. I just went with a generic wall color. I know it's a little purple, but I just wanted to put the wallpaper up and be done with it so I could get started with this game. I'm really excited to start playing. I don't think I've ever been excited for a challenge as much as this one. And hopefully I will do a good job, and I'm really excited for it. So anyway, if you like this video or you want to see more of what I do, please subscribe or like, and you'll get notifications every time I upload a new video, which is good. And that's pretty much all. So I will catch up with you guys later.